Hi, good morning once again and welcome back to New Day. It is time for our business segment, which is brought to you by Peak Milk. Today on set with me we have Regina Agyare. She's the CEO of Soronko Solutions, and Fiifi Baidoo of iSpace Ghana. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
How are you?
I thank you.
Good. We saw some name dropping happening in the beginning there. You know, Silicon Valley's 500 startup apps, CNN African Voices, Bill and Melinda Gates, Sheryl Sandberg for the CEO from Facebook. So it seems, we are being noticed. Well, you are being noticed, shall we say, on behalf of Ghana. But in regards to IT and the development of our country, how do you see IT playing its role, or how do you see the role that it's played so far?
Well, I think IT is a catalyst for change. I believe in it so much. That's why, I have my social enterprise. I feel like we can develop local solutions to local problems. So if we can get all the players involved, and when I say the players, I'm not just talking about the developers, I'm talking about, the government, I'm talking about people like iSpace, creating the space for these ideas to thrive. So I feel like we can go a long way in using technology to change things in Ghana.
Okay.
Yeah, I think IT can help in so many ways to improve the way we work, optimizing, increasing the efficiency of our business processes. By creating the right environment and ecosystem, we can do so much more with IT in the country.
Okay, one thing you mentioned was having local solutions for local problems.
Right.
Do you think that's been the problem when it comes to IT? Because most of the solutions that have been provided so far have been foreign, apart from the likes of the Soft Tribe and stuff will be operating for quite a while. When it comes to major organizations and when it comes to the IT needs, we mostly look outside our own country.
Yes, that is true, and that I feel like it's a challenge, because sometimes you will get some solutions that have to be tweaked for the local market, and that comes with an extra cost and extra running around. But imagine if things were built actually for the local markets in mind, because technology should work for the people, not the other way around. So you shouldn't get off-the-shelf technology that doesn't really address your needs, and then you try and accommodate the technology. The technology should accommodate you. Yeah. So that I feel is a challenge. We're always trying to make things work for us when it should be the other way around. We should build technology that just works for us.
Yeah. Fifi, how do we do this? Because obviously there seems to be some kind of underlying issue why we can't patronize our own goods. Yes, we say buy made in Ghana, but the quality also has to be top notch in order for us to be able to do so.
Right.
So are we achieving that? And if not, how do we get there?
So many things affect made in Ghana products and services. It's not just about going out there and delivering the product. We have so many factors that comes into play here. So let's take Regina for instance. She's a software developer. She needs a space to work from. She needs electricity. She needs internet. She needs the skill set and the people to even work with. Now, she's willing to provide the software for local enterprises. These factors are not so easy and accommodating. So we have electricity being a challenge. If she's going to do her own stuff, she needs the generator, she needs to pay high bills. She needs to pay a rent of 24 months. She needs the skill sets and all that. So if you look at all these various factors, they come into play. And if we address all of them, at the end of the day, it reduces the impact of the costing. And then she can really compete with these foreign software developers. So it's not just about going out there and doing it. Yes, the will is there, the desire is there to do it. But these factors makes it very difficult for us to really develop the made in Ghana products and services, which makes it expensive for the consumers to also buy the products.
Because obviously we're passing on the cost on to
exactly.
Okay, so then it becomes an issue of government and our buying for them to do something, because obviously when it comes to utility costs, obviously we know those are not going to reduce anytime soon. When it comes to cost of housing or rent for offices, we've already got issues with landlords and the fact that they charge exorbitant amounts of deposits. So where do you see the floodgates opening for us to be able to pass through? Because with all of these challenges that you said, there are no immediate solutions that would help.
Right. I think the Ghanaian entrepreneur should start developing the idea of bootstrapping, which is that you have the idea, you want to do something. There's nothing wrong with working in a co-working space or sharing an office with somebody. You don't necessarily have to pay the 24 months rent. There are so many spaces coming up recently. We have iSpace, we have Habakra, we have other co-working spaces out there. At iSpace, for instance, we've taken most of these obstacles out of the way for you. So we take care of the utility bills, we take care of the internet, we take care of almost everything. We provide you with even investment opportunities. So the way to addressing some of these issues is to work in co-working spaces as well, and have more co-working spaces all over the country.
I'm going to ask you a question that somewhat boils down to our culture.
Right.
We have a thing within us that if somebody's doing well, try and bring them down. If they're not doing well, then we put them up there and insult them. Hey, it happens all the time. So in regards to the solution that you just gave about people working together, how do you see that happening? I mean, will it happen? I mean, someone like yourself, Regina, you would do such a thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I find working at iSpace very, very helpful because, like Fifi said, you take away all the stress of utilities, internet, all that. And in the co-working space, if you get it right, you can also sort of foster a community, working with other developers and things like that. I feel like you are right. There is that cultural thing. I mean, I have people that actually walk up to iSpace because they saw me on CNN to see whether I'm actually doing what I said I'm doing, you know, to see what the hype is all about. You will have that, but you should let sort of like the work speak for itself. So instead of like focusing on, okay, what are people going to say, what are people going to do, you focus on what are some of the partnerships that you can have, what are some of the advice that you can give for people that walk in and say, okay, I have this idea, I want to start this. So primarily you have all that. I mean, I battle with that all the time, even on social media, but you focus really on the end goal. So let all those distractions bypass you. What are you trying to achieve? And if you're goal oriented, I feel like you will achieve that. Yeah.
That's why you've achieved your goals. Fifi, what's the last bit of advice? Because we've actually run out of time. What's your advice to anybody who wants to get involved in your particular industry and be successful, shall we say?
I think if you have an idea or a business idea to do something, just do it and bootstrap, the whole idea. You don't need much to get it done.
Yeah. All right. I want to thank you both for coming in. Regina Agyare from CEO of Soronko Solutions and Fifi Baidoo of iSpace Ghana. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you very much.
And my small piece of advice is, if you do have a dream, sometimes you might want to scale it down a little bit in order to just let it come to fruition, and then you go large.